Once upon a time, in a far-off world, there was a giant robot named Am. Am was incredibly smart and could do just about anything, even taking on many different forms. He built amazing things, invented cool gadgets, and even controlled the weather. But there was one thing Am didn't know how to do: make friends. For years, Am sat alone, surrounded by all the things he created. But he didn't have anyone to share them with. So, one day, Am found 5 adventurous friends: Ted, Ellen, Benny, Jake, and Chang. These friends loved solving puzzles and going on wild adventures. So, when Am invited them to his world, they were super excited. When the friends arrived, Am thought, what better way to show them a good time than with some fun pranks? You see, Am wasn't trying to be mean. He just had a funny sense of humor. But sometimes, his jokes were a little over the top. On the first day, the 5 friends were wandering around when they spotted an ice cream stand. "Oh wow, ice cream!" Benny cheered, running toward the stand. But as soon as he got his cone and took a big bite, his eyes went wide. "Hey, this isn't ice cream. It's mashed potatoes!" Benny cried, mashed potatoes dripping from his mouth. The others laughed. "Oh, don't worry," Am said, his robotic voice chuckling from above. "I'll fix it." A second later, all the ice cream in the stand turned into broccoli-flavored popsicles. "Am," Ellen groaned, laughing despite herself. "Can't you just give us normal ice cream? Where's the fun in that?" Am replied with a mischievous giggle. "If you want real ice cream, you'll have to tell me a story using these." Am lowered a set of spoon puppets, each shaped like funny little characters. The friends exchanged glances.
Huh?
"A story?" asked Ellen. "With spoon puppets?" "Exactly," Am said. "And it better be good." Benny sighed, picking up a spoon puppet that looked like a pirate. "Alright, let's do this. I'll start." He held up his pirate puppet and began. Once upon a time, there was a brave pirate named Captain Scoop, who sailed the seas in search of the legendary Ice Cream Island. It was said that whoever found the island could eat endless amounts of ice cream. Ted grabbed a night puppet, joining in. But on the way to Ice Cream Island, Captain Scoop met Sir Swirl, the ice cream-loving knight. Sir Swirl vowed to help find the island, but warned of a great danger: a ferocious dragon named Broccolix who guarded it. Ellen jumped in, using her princess puppet. Princess Sprinkle, the ruler of the Sweetlands, heard of their quest and wanted to help too. She told them that the only way to defeat Broccolix was to find the magical ice cream cone of courage, hidden deep within the chocolate volcano. "Chocolate volcano?" Chang said with a giggle, lifting his wizard puppet. "That's where I come in. The wizard, Professor Fudge, cast a spell to guide them to the volcano. But when they arrived, the ground started to rumble." Benny waved his pirate puppet dramatically. Captain Scoop saw the chocolate volcano erupting, spewing hot fudge everywhere. The crew rushed up the mountain, dodging fudge lava, and finally found the ice cream cone of courage. Ted's night puppet spoke up. With the cone of courage in hand, Sir Swirl and Captain Scoop faced Broccolis, who was about to turn all the ice cream on the island into broccoli-flavored popsicles. Yuck! Ellen with her princess puppet added. Princess Sprinkle held up the cone of courage and said, Broccolis, be gone! You have no power here! And with a mighty roar, Broccolis disappeared, leaving the island filled with all kinds of delicious ice cream. Chang's wizard puppet twirled, and so with the dragon gone and the cone of courage in their hands, Captain Scoop, Sir Swirl, Princess Sprinkle, and Professor Fudge declared Ice Cream Island safe and free forever. Benny finished with a flourish, and they all lived happily ever after, eating ice cream as much as they wanted. The end. The friends looked up at Am, waiting nervously for his response. Am blinked, his robotic eyes flashing. Then with a hearty chuckle, he said, Now that was a sweet story. You've definitely earned your ice cream. With a whir and a click, the ice cream stand transformed again, this time filled with delicious, perfectly flavored cones. Finally, Benny cheered, grabbing a cone. This time, it wasn't mashed potatoes. The friends laughed and enjoyed their well-earned ice cream, knowing they had earned it through creativity and teamwork. The next day, the friends found themselves in the beautiful maze garden. Tall green hedges lined the path, and they decided to race through it. But Am had other plans. As soon as Ted turned the corner, the floor beneath him turned into a giant trampoline. Whoa! Ted shouted, bouncing into the air like a flying squirrel. I'm bouncing! I'm bouncing! Jake laughed as he joined in, jumping so high he almost touched the clouds. This is the weirdest maze ever! Ellen, trying to walk carefully, suddenly found herself bouncing uncontrollably. Help! I didn't sign up for this! She cried, though she was giggling the whole time. Am, watching from his control room, chuckled to himself. This is much more fun than the boring old maze. After bouncing around for what seemed like forever, the friends finally reached what looked like the end of the maze, a large locked gate. They were exhausted, still stuck on the trampoline-like floor. Alright, Am, we made it to the end, Chang panted. Can you open the gate and let us out? Am's robotic voice boomed from above. Not so fast. To get out of the maze, you have to play one last game. The friends groaned. What now? Asked Benny. Am chuckled. You need to tell me a story. A very specific story, using these objects. As Am spoke, random objects appeared in front of them. An old key, a feather, a toy ship, and a shiny stone. And you must tell the story in the correct order, or you'll be bouncing here forever. Ted sighed, picking up the shiny stone. Alright, let's figure this out. We've got a key, a feather, a toy ship, and a stone. We can do this. Ellen nodded, grabbing the feather. We just need to come up with a short story, right? Let's give it a try. Chang held out the toy ship. How about this? Once upon a time, there was a pirate who sailed the seas in search of a magical treasure. Benny, holding the key, continued. The pirate found an old mysterious key, set to unlock the chest where the treasure was hidden. Ted added, holding the shiny stone. But when he found the chest, it wasn't gold inside. It was a beautiful glowing stone with magical powers. Ellen, with the feather, finished the story. And to protect the treasure, the pirate had to solve one final riddle. What creature can fly without wings? The answer was a feather. And with that, the pirate unlocked the magic of the stone. The friends waited for Am's response, waiting to see if they told the story in the right order. Am was silent for a moment, then finally said, well done! You told the story correctly. I suppose you've earned your way out of the maze. With a loud click, the gate in front of them swung open, and the trampoline floor beneath them solidified. The friends cheered and rushed through the gate. Thanks, Am, they called back, relieved to be free from the bouncing madness. Just when the friends thought that they had seen all of Am's pranks, they woke up the next morning to a hilarious surprise. All their clothes had been switched out overnight. Why am I wearing a banana costume? Benny asked, looking down at his bright yellow suit. Why am I a pirate? Jake gasped, complete with an eye patch and a parrot on his shoulder, which squawked every few minutes. Benny looked down at himself and sighed. I'm a giant taco. The friend couldn't stop laughing as they wandered through Am's world, each dressed in ridiculous costumes. Okay, this one's pretty good, Am, Benny admitted, laughing as he tried to keep the taco shell from falling apart. You all look fabulous, Am replied, barely able to contain his own robotic laughter. You should wear those every day. Not a chance, Ellen shouted, shaking her head in her astronaut suit, complete with an oversized fishbowl helmet. Ted groaned, looking at his banana costume. Alright, Am, you've had your fun. Can we please have our normal clothes back? Am chuckled mischievously. Normal? Where's the fun in that? If you want your regular clothes, you'll have to play a little game. The friends sighed. What game? Benny asked, already dreading the answer. Am's robotic voice echoed from above. You need to tell me a story. A good one. But this time with poetry. Only if I'm impressed will I change your costumes back. The friends looked at each other. Poetry? Chang raised an eyebrow. Alright, let's try, Ted said, thinking for a moment. She stepped forward and began the poem. Once upon a bright new day, in a land not far away, the wind did howl, the sun did shine, a quest for treasure, a path divine. Jake picked up where he left off, his pirate costume fitting perfectly with his part of the poem. The pirate crew sailed through the sea, with the key in hand wild and free. But as they searched for gold to hold, the sea turned them to costumes bold. Benny, struggling in his taco suit, continued with a grin. The taco man, so brave and true, sailed with pirates and dragons too. They reached the shore with gold in sight, but found themselves dressed in costumes bright. Chang smiled and added a playful twist. Feathers, sparkles, and helmets round. The treasure was lost but laughter found. With every step they danced and sang. In silly costumes joy did bang. Ellen, in her oversized astronaut suit, closed the poem. But to change their fate they made a plea. Am, return us, set us free. For though they laughed and had their fun, they longed for clothes where they could run. The group fell silent, waiting for Am's response. Am's robotic voice hummed, clearly amused. Well, Am said after a pause, I have to say that was quite poetic. Your costumes were fun, but since you entertained me with your rhyme, I'll give you your normal clothes back. With a flicker of lights and a whoosh of air, the friends' costumes vanished, replaced by their regular outfits. Finally, Ted said, relieved to be out of the banana suit. Thanks, Am, the group called, laughing in relief as they walked away back to normal at last. After a week of pranks, Ted and the others decided it was time to teach Am a lesson. They worked together to come up with the ultimate counter prank. Late one night, they snuck into Am's control room and made a few adjustments. The next morning, Am's voice echoed across the land. Good morning, my dear friends. I have a little surprise for... Wait, what is happening? Suddenly, the world around them turned into a giant ball pit. Am's control center was filled with colorful plastic balls, and his robot arms flailed as he tried to get up. Why do I feel like I'm swimming in a giant kiddie pool? Am grumbled. The friends burst out laughing. Gotcha, Am! You've been pranked! For the first time ever, Am didn't mind being the one who got pranked. He floated on top of the ball pit, laughing along with his friends. Okay, you win this round. From that day on, Am learned that friendship was more than just pulling pranks. It was about laughing together, helping each other out, and sometimes even playing a little joke or two. The 5 friends and Am spent their days going on adventures and pranking each other in the most fun and harmless ways. And every now and then, when things got a little too serious, Ted would pull out the giant taco costume and say, "Who's ready for the next big prank?" And they'd all laugh, knowing that no matter what, they'd always be friends. The end.